Dear students, good afternoon. Welcome back for the next lecture. Today we will do some applications of Gauss's theorem. The first application is derivation of Coulomb's law from Gauss's theorem. You may be knowing that what is Coulomb's law. What is Coulomb's law? If two charges are separated by some distance, the force between them is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by r square. This is Coulomb's law. So let's derive Coulomb's law using Gauss's theorem. So let us consider an isolated positive charge q1 at O. तो मान लेते हैं चार्ज q1 है isolated, it is in vacuum and it is kept at O. एक चार्ज q1 है जिसे हमने O पे रखा हुआ, तो इसके कारण इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कैसे होगी? चारों तरफ रेडियली आउटवर्ड्स होगी, लाइक दिस, मालूम है आपको. तो we will choose a Gaussian surface. No, Gaussian surface should be a symmetrical surface. हम एक Gaussian surface लेंगे जो symmetrical होता है, और इस पॉइंट चार्ज के symmetrical कौन सा Gaussian surface होगा? It should be a spherical Gaussian surface. Why? Because at all these points on this spherical Gaussian surface, the electric field intensity is, its magnitude is constant, it's same. So we will choose a spherical Gaussian surface. We will choose a spherical Gaussian surface of radius r. So let us consider this is a Gaussian surface of radius r. So its radius is say r. This is r. The magnitude of electric field intensity at every point on this surface is same and is directed radially outwards. So this is the direction of electric field lines. What are these things? These are electric field lines. So to derive Coulomb's law, what we'll take? We'll take some point P here, for example, on the Gaussian surface. So let us consider a point P on a Gaussian surface. And what is this? This is a surface element around P. The other part of this surface element is that side. तो हम एक point P लेते हैं at a distance r, और that point P is on a surface element. What is the area of that surface element? Say this is ds. What is the n cap, or you can say area vector of the surface element at point P? It is this. This is n cap. तो इस point P पे area element क्या है? n cap. Radially outwards. What is the electric field? It is also radially outwards. Electric field भी बाहर की तरफ है. n cap भी बाहर की तरफ है. So what is the theta between E vector and n cap? What is theta here? Theta is the angle between E vector and n cap, and it is 0 degrees. So once again, we'll consider a point P which is at a distance r, and this point P lies on the Gaussian surface. Gaussian surface is usually represented by a dotted line, and this is Gaussian surface. And what is the Gaussian surface? S. It's a spherical Gaussian surface. Spherical Gaussian surface. उस पे हमने point P ले लिया, और उसके आसपास का surface कितना छोटा सा, surface element is ds. And what is the area vector of that surface element? It is n vector, and it is radially outwards. What is the direction of electric field? It is also radially outwards. So what is the angle between n cap and E vector? It is 0. So here it is written as 0. So let's apply Gauss's theorem over it. So let's apply it. I am rubbing it here. तो हमने क्या कंसीडर किया? एक चार्ज q1 कंसीडर किया at center O, और उसके कारण इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कैसी होगी? रेडियली आउटवर्ड्स. और उसको कौन कवर करेगा? एक सिमेट्रिक सरफेस which is called a spherical Gaussian surface. और हमने ले ली. And what is the angle between n cap and E? It is theta. and that is here it is 0 degree. So let's apply Gauss's theorem. What is Gauss's theorem? Surface integral of electric field intensity over the surface is equals to 1 upon epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed inside S. So let's do this part. See, surface integral mod of E ds mod of ds and cos theta. Let's do first of all this side. इसको हम बाद में कर लेंगे, दोनों एक साथ नहीं. Electric field ds. What is cos theta here? Cos 0 degrees. What is cos 0? It is 1. What is we have? We have E ds. See here E vector dot ds vector. We apply the dot product. E ds cos theta. Theta is 0. Cos 0 is 1. Cos 0 कितना होता है? 1 होता है. We have E ds. Let's do here. 1 upon epsilon naught. What is the total charge enclosed inside S? This is S. इसके अंदर कितना charge enclosed है? It is only one charge, that is Q1. So this is Q1 and it is in vacuum. It is vacuum, free space. So it is Q1 upon epsilon naught and it is Q1 upon epsilon naught. Since on the Gaussian surface electric field is constant in magnitude, to take it out. In this integral will take electric field outside. Surface integral ds Q1 upon epsilon naught. So this is E. What is the integral of ds? This is a ds, surface element इतना सा है. इसको जब हम पूरा integrate करेंगे, तो what we will get? We will get the whole surface. So what is the surface area of the sphere? It is 4 pi small r square. What is small r here? It is this radius. Radius of the sphere. So what is the surface area of this sphere? It is 4 pi r square. So this gives 4 pi r square. It is Q1 upon epsilon naught. So what is electric field? Q1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Put in a box. What we have derived. What is this? This is the electric field intensity. What is this? This is the electric field intensity due to a point charge, say Q1, at distance R. तो ये हमने पहले ड्राइव किया होगा. तो हमने गॉसेस थ्योरम से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी का एक्सप्रेशन ड्राइव कर लिया. तो दिस इज द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी due to a point charge Q1 at a distance R. But we have to derive the Coulomb's law. So we will derive it. So what is the electric field intensity? What is the magnitude of that? This. It is this. What's the direction? It is radially outwards. Now let's derive Coulomb's law further. So see once again, before I rub it, we are applying Gauss's theorem. It's a surface integral of electric field dot ds. 1 upon epsilon naught total charge enclosed inside S. We are doing this side first. E mod of ds cos theta applying A dot B dot product between E and ds. What is theta in this case? It is 0. Cos 0. And what is cos 0? It is 1 to E ds. See this side? 1 upon epsilon naught. What is total charge enclosed inside the Gaussian surface? Gaussian surface के अंदर charge कितना enclosed है? There is only one charge, that is Q1. And Q1, and it is vacuum, so we have epsilon naught. If it is not a vacuum, तो dielectric medium होगा तो we will multiply here with epsilon r, along with epsilon naught के साथ हम epsilon naught से multiply कर देंगे. It is Q1 upon epsilon naught. Q1. Now take E outside. Why? Because on all these points, this point P can be here, here, or here. On all these points, electric field is constant in magnitude, so we can take it out. It's surface integral of ds, so ds is छोटा सा पार्ट है, इसको अगर हम पूरा सरफेस इंटीग्रेट करेंगे इसका, you get 4 pi r square. What is 4 pi r square? Surface area of the sphere, and it is q1 upon epsilon. What is electric field? q1 4 pi epsilon naught r square, and this is the electric field intensity due to a point charge at a distance r. Now to derive Coulomb's law we need another charge, क्योंकि Coulomb's law में कितने चार्ज होते हैं? 2. हमने एक तो ले लिया, q1 तो ले ही लिया हमने, here it is q1. अब हमें दूसरा चार्ज भी ले लें, तो let us consider there is another charge q2 placed here. So let us consider that, let us place another charge q2 at point P at a distance of r in the electric field of q1. Now see, this is q1 की इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है, तो हम एक दूसरा चार्ज q2 यहां पे रखते हैं. तो let us place another charge q2. जैसे ही हम यहां चार्ज q2 रखेंगे तो इसकी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में रखेंगे, तो दिस चार्ज विल exert a force over q2, and the force, the charge q2 will experience a force, whose magnitude is given by, whose magnitude is given by F equals to Q into E. See, this is the general formula. Force experienced by a charged particle in electric field. I have told this thing in the previous lectures. When a charge Q is kept in electric field, it experiences a force. Now, which charge we have produced? We have put here. We have put a Q2 charge here. So here should be Q2. And what is the electric field? This is electric field. So it is Q2. What is the value of E? Q1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. See the force. Rearrange the things. We get Q1 Q2 upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square. And this is the Coulomb's law. So this was our first equation. This is the last equation. इसके बाद हम यहाँ आए थे. So what is Coulomb's law? Q1 Q2 4 by epsilon naught divided by r square. The two charges are separated by some small distance. There is a force of attraction or repulsion between them, and that force is directly proportional to the product of the charges and inversely to the square of the distance between them. If we are interested in vector form, it's very simple. See, if here you are interested in vector form, I will put a vector here and r cap here. And if I want a vector form here, I will put a vector over the force and again r cap here. Where is r cap in this figure? If it is a radius, so this is the radius vector. R cap, it is radially outwards. So this is the force, expression of force experienced by the two charges, and this is Coulomb's law. If you are if you want to take magnitude only, so remove this vector and remove this r cap. Because r cap has a magnitude 1. Remove this and remove this. This is the way we have derived two things: electric field intensity due to a point charge at a distance r, and Coulomb's law between the two charges, force between the two charges using Gauss's theorem. See?